The first thing one has to do, and it's said in Pirkei Avot, a part of the Mishnah, is find yourself a teacher and a friend. The best thing you can do is find someone you feel articulates life in a way that inspires you. And when you read Jewish authors, especially Jewish thinkers, whether it's a Mordechai Kaplan or an Abraham Heschel, a Leo Beck, a Martin Buber, a Joseph Soloveitchik, they really are all talking about the same thing. They're all saying the same thing, but they all have their own idiom. And one's job is to find the teacher who articulates the vision, the universal vision, in a way that somehow touches one's own individual soul. That's where one begins. One tries to find a teacher who expresses the genius of the Jewish tradition in a way that resonates in their soul and makes them want to get up and say, yes, I now want to enter the world with a Jewish orientation, a Jewish neshama, a Jewish soul. I find that most Jews have an instinctive appreciation for the genius and importance of the Jewish tradition. They instinctively know there's something very precious about Torah, but very few Jews can ever articulate what that is. A, they were never taught on an adult level what the Jewish tradition teaches about life. Number two, they often have been influenced by a certain sense of superstition, which is an anathema to the rabbis. And so they have never had the opportunity to really study and learn on an adult level. Any Jew who's really interested in participating, actively participating in the Jewish quest, the Jewish journey, begins by finding a teacher who in some way speaks to them. And it can be anyone of substance. It doesn't have to be Orthodox, it doesn't have to be conservative, it doesn't have to be Reform. It has to be some Jew, some teacher, some Rav, who somehow reflects the genius of the Jewish tradition in a way that touches the individual's heart. You know, there's a midrash, a wonderful midrash, that at Mount Sinai, when God gave the Torah, He gave it in 70 languages, so that no matter what one's own language was, one could hear it. Then the midrash goes on. It wasn't simply in 70 languages. It was given to each individual in that individual's way of understanding, of learning. Some of us learn by hearing. Some of us learn by looking. Some of us learn through emotion. Some of us are very cerebral. In the midrash, God gave the Torah in the way in which, to each individual, in a way that each individual could best hear it and understand it. That's what the Jewish tradition is begging us to do. In our own way, find someone who speaks movingly, profoundly, touches our heart, and makes us then want to learn more and do more. Being Jewish is one constant journey.